Welcome to the Tony Show, Moods and Moments. I want to come in here and tell y'all about something that we're going to switch up this channel. We're going to change some things around. We're going to do some things different over here. Yeah. We're not with makeup no more. I have left pharmacy in direct sales for over 15 years, and I ended up leaving. This smells really good. Pharmacy to focus on my main. I own a dropshipping clothing store. I want to put all my efforts and focus into my clothing store. It's draining me too much. I mean, if you want some insight on that story, comment, let me know why I left, what made me finally decide to leave. I will be glad to make a video on that and introduce. We're gonna do some things different up in this channel. So we changed the name again. Yup, again. And I'm gonna start posting more content on schedule. So definitely you want to hit the little bell to get notified when I am posting. So you'll get the notification. So first subject we're going to talk about is how social media works. And I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days because especially with everything going on, people fail to realize that social media, TV shows, even if it's reality TV, and if you've been following me, if you know me from my other platform, know I love reality TV. I am a huge reality TV fan. What people fail to realize is they show you what they want you to see, not what's really they don't show you every little detail. They edit out snippets of what really gets views, and people fail to realize that. And so you have to really think let's talk about Teen Mom, for example. I've been seeing a lot of Teen Mom stuff over on the Bookie on Facebook and stuff. And people are going in on the comments on Amber. They portray Amber as a really bad mom, neglectful, absent. Is she? I mean, she possibly could be, in many aspects. But at the end of the day, we can't base it off of what we see on TV. We can't base it off of what they show on the television show or on the little snippets that they show on the reels and the TikToks and things like that. Like her personal TikTok, yeah, maybe okay. But you have to think they're editing out a lot of what is really going on behind the scenes. The whole thing with her being the way she reacts when her daughter texts her or anything like that, that's the latest video I watched, and she was calling her daughter, telling her daughter not to be rude and, just stop and everything. And she wasn't telling her she was being bad, but in so many words she kind of was, because if I was hearing that from my mom, that's what I would think. That's what I would portray. But again, we have to they're gonna share the most they're gonna edit it to show where they could get the biggest reaction from the viewers, because that's what sells. That's what pushes the show. That's what makes people want to watch. And people have to realize when you're watching this stuff, we don't really know what goes on behind the closed doors. When she made the comment that she can't even go out to eat with her daughter one-on-one, but she can with her son, and her son's way younger. That right there tells me there's other things going on that myself and the rest of us viewing it don't know. We don't see the conversations that they have when the camera's not rolling. We don't see the way they talk when the camera's not rolling. And everyone wants to say Gary is a great dad and everything. That's what they're portraying him as, is a great dad. But at the end of the day, I don't see a great dad. I see a dad that stepped up for the benefit of himself. He gets paid for being on the show without Amber. He gets paid for being included in the things that go on with the show without Leo, without Amber. But the way he treats his wife, and I don't even know if they're legally married yet. Have they got married yet? I don't remember. Treats her. He is such a narcissistic jerk off. Like, the things he says to her and the things that he says certain things to trigger Amber. Like, unless you've lived in those, in that type of household or in like that situation, you can't really make past judgment on what that person is going through, why that person reacted. Like, if you keep backing somebody into a wall, they're gonna explode, you know? And if you haven't lived in those shoes, how can you judge? And I think when you look back at the things that he has said and the things that he's done towards Amber, a lot of were reactions to his action. Should she have known the difference to not react the way she did? Yeah, she should have not known, but she was under the influence. A lot of times she was backed into a wall. So again, we don't know behind the scenes of how they speak to her and what is said and what is done. And at the end of the day, all the way around, it's not a good situation. It really isn't, because Amber probably is a neglectful mom. She has all her issues that she's going with. She has all her mental health that she's dealing with and everything like that. And to allow a 16-year-old to address her mother the way that she does and has, and especially doing it on national TV, like, that's got to be hard. Is it all fake and set up? Who knows? Like, it's a show. Like, who's writing this? I have no idea. I never cared to look that far into it. I have my reality TV shows that I watch. I don't care. I like the drama. I like to be nosy. That's me. I love to be nosy. I like to be nosy. I'm nosy as hell. Do I really give a shit at the end of the day about what they're going through? No, not really. I sympathize with you. I really do. I sympathize with you. I'm just nosy. I gotta know the tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta know. So if you're here for that type of shit, this is your channel, because I'm nosy as hell. Next episode, we're going to talk about the P. Diddy thing. I had people come in my comments saying some ratchet ass shit, and I'm just like, how the hell you know? You to determine what's going on, or who P. Diddy really is. Like, you're basing your opinion off of what? That's what we're going to talk about in the next episode, but I'm going to do longer video, like 20-minute videos, 30-minute videos, and I'm only doing like twice a week. So I'm planning out a schedule for my longer videos. Plan to do shorts at least 3 times a day on here. Follow me on my other platform. You can follow me on my other platforms, because I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram, and I also am on Threads, but I don't really spend too much time on Threads. But a lot of stuff what I post on Instagram and stuff like that, they go to Threads. So it is synced, but definitely hit me up for those other channels. I will drop them in the names of them, because they all have different names. They don't all have, I think TikTok and Facebook have the same name. Instagram has different name. I do have 2 Instagrams, one for my business and one for like personal. Hit me up on my other platforms, and yeah, I'll drop them in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you get notified when I do post another video, and so you'll get the notification. Bye.